Testing. Good evening. I have to call to order the Guadalupe City of Guadalupe regular meeting of the Recreation and Parks Commission. It's Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026 at 6 p.m. The Recreation and Parks Commission meeting will also be broadcast live streamed on the City of Guadalupe's official YouTube channel. Item number 1, roll call. Present.
Present.
Here.
And at this time, it's time for the Pledge of Allegiance. Position, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 3 is our community participation forum. And at this time, I don't see anybody at this time. So we're going to go to consent calendar number 4. The following items are presented for the commission's approval without a discussion as a single agenda item in order to expedite the meeting. Should a member of the Recreation Parks Commission wish to discuss or disapprove an item, it must be dropped from the blanket motion of approval and be considered a separate item. Item A, approval of the minutes of the Recreation Parks Commission regular meeting of February 3rd, 2026. You have a motion, maybe a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Approved. Thank you, Commissioner. Moving down to regular business. Item number 5 is the future activities. Drop-in volleyball and basketball. At the time they're continuing at a good pace again. Lately we've been having like a little slow start and we're winding, then all like that, the place is packed again. So it's going. They have all high school has some tournament teams going now, so they're coming after high school practice or games and then coming here.
Oh, nice.
Which is cool. And keep going, and we're going to try to have a basketball tournament coming up soon. We'll discuss that a little later on. But this is still going great with the 2 programs. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you.
Glad to hear it.
Item B, women's basketball night, 2nd and 4th Monday, 5 to 7 p.m.
Well, Emily, you've been to one. How was it?
We need more participants. So if you are a lady looking to come out and relive your glory years, or maybe you're still in your glory years of wanting to get back on the court, it's very casual. Virtually just, I think a handful of people have attended previously. So you can shoot baskets, run some layups if you're so inclined, but we definitely need more people if we want to keep it going.
Yes, we want to keep it going. I'm sure there's a lot of ladies out there played basketball in their past. They can still come back and play again.
Yeah.
Because I've coached a few of you out there, I know.
That's what get a little break from home and
Bring a little one. She might want to play too.
Yeah, it's a great outlet. Y'all just open gym.
Yep.
Women's open
gym.
Women's open gym.
Nice space to yourself.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, anybody? If that, we'll go to item C, pickleball open court, Fridays from 3 to 5 p.m.
So this is like kind of on par of, we're kind of gonna, I guess, like we had Batman, and we're kind of gonna drop it, and so we're gonna drop most likely this pickleball as well, because nobody's taking advantage of it. If somebody would like a different time frame or a different day, I'm open to it, but we haven't had any participation, so it's one of those things where we're probably gonna drop. Again, the court's still there if people would like to use it. But as far as allocating time, we're gonna drop this one most likely. if anybody would like to start up another day, or hey, I want to do pickleball on a Monday at noon, cool, I'll make it happen.
Schedule it, yeah.
We'll schedule it out. But as far as it being on the scheduling, we're probably going to drop it because again, it has zero participation. So it's one of those things. We're definitely open to trying stuff, and we'll try it. We'll give the old college try. But we can't get people there, and that's the whole thing.
It didn't help that this court's kind of hidden anyway, right? I don't know if it's possible to put a sign somewhere saying pickleball here and back or something. Because I think when most people, they're driving by a park and they see a court.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Here, it doesn't see anything, it's just a government building.
yeah,
I don't think that's part of the problem. That's just-
yeah, I'm sure it's some of it.
Yeah, part.
But like, it's out of sight, out of mind.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And even if you advertise it, see it,
Mhm.
but obviously you can't do anything about that, but I'm just thinking, how do we maybe market it a little bit better to say, yeah, it's here, we have a pickleball back,
Mhm.
in the back.
That's a lot of times it's that one person that brings people in. That's
Mhm.
kind of how things kind of work around here in Guadalupe. It has to be that one
Mhm.
leader person to just
Yeah.
get
Or
it started.
we have a
Once you get-
pickleball tournament.
Actually, yeah, I knew some people, I was hanging out with them, and they're regular pickballers. Actually, they're like my age,
Mhm.
and mentioned like, hey, what do you think if we did a tournament? They're like, we'd do that. So I'm definitely down to do a tournament, but the only thing is it's limited. We only have one court. So that's
there's
a drawback for a
So there's no way you
tournament.
can do it inside the gym either.
We don't have lines for it.
So you need specific lines.
Yeah, got to get
Yes.
hot in the kitchen.
Yes.
So I mean, that's the only drawback is like, that's one thing that came up when I was thinking about organizing a tournament. I was like, but we only have one court, so it'd kind of be slow. But then again, I don't know, maybe the participation, maybe it would only be like 4 teams, 6 teams or something. Maybe it
Yeah,
wouldn't be
it
that big of a deal.
might work with one cart.
Remember
Yeah.
when we did the roller skating lessons and stuff? I wonder if we could ever do like a lesson because I mean, I can't imagine it's super complex, but it would be maybe we could get more people interested if we had an instructor come out and just do like a clinic for a day or an hour, like what we did with roller skating.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know how complicated. Does anyone play pickleball?
It's a little different. It's a little different. There's
Mhm.
definitely, it's not like it's a bit of a learning curve. It's not super hard, but
Mhm.
definitely I've only played it like twice. I was like, oh, okay, there's a little bit of learning curve.
Yeah. I know sometimes like when I've seen it advertised in Santa Maria and other places, it seems like it's a pretty intense group that I was like, I don't know, as an amateur, do I
Uh-huh.
really want to come out and try this? But
Right.
maybe if we ever had anyone interested in teaching a clinic, we might get more participation. But again, we can't force people to come out if they're not,
Make it
and
work.
yeah, if they're not
right.
interested.
Yeah.
Cause I've talked to my, the volleyball players and basketball players, they kind of, well, I don't know, is anybody else playing? Well, nah, do you guys play? Oh, we probably might, we probably try it. So I go, okay,
Yeah.
it's not for them, but there's probably other
You
people.
need at least 2 courts, I would think, for a tournament.
Yeah, I think so. Cause then people are just waiting around, and then they're just like, oh, we're gonna leave, whatever it is. It's
I mean,
just,
the only thing I can think of, you put lines, you would have to like for a tournament, like you get scotch tape and just.
oh yeah,
was
just
it
painter's
masking
tape kind of.
Yeah, it's colored and then you just
Duct
make the
tape.
lines. And
Yeah.
you take it off, it doesn't, doesn't stay on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's only going to be needed for a few hours. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
If it gets messed up, we'll just mark it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely look. I mean, a tournament, I'm down to do a tournament,
Mhm.
And so,
We're doing pretty good at those.
yeah. Yeah.
Type of survey or community feedback as to saying they wanted something like this initially.
That-
You know how that came about?
The mayor.
Our mayor,
He spearheaded it.
our mayor spearheaded that, yes.
Mhm.
But it needed, yeah, I mean, is it still a basketball court too, or is it?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people still, I mean, it's always been used for a basketball court before, so
But yeah,
people know it's there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a pretty good spot to play some basketball.
Yeah, it's most a wind blocked spot.
Yeah, yeah.
And now that it's not, I mean, the asphalt was crazy before. It was
Yeah.
it's so bad.
Yeah.
But it's just like still it's like, okay, you knew there was a secluded court here.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean it's
Now nice cement there.
yeah, yeah.
When we used to get a brush and broom and try to.
And right now it's kind of,
Yeah.
and right now it's winter time too, so it's still, even though we've had these hot days,
Mhm.
but you know, maybe in the summer or
I did have a coach that was at the daddy that's asked about the basketball court. So he's interested in using it. So, move on to item letter D, excuse me. That would count on baseball field volunteers.
Mm-hmm. So I've been in talks with the mayor. He has some potential donors. So we're trying to get not only the adult softball league, but as well as we've already been approved for the junior giants, which is through the MLB team, San Francisco Giants, where we basically it'll be free baseball, and free youth softball for our community. But we need a field, right? So right now the only field we have O'Connell is just not in playing condition. From the infield to the outfield. The outfield's completely uneven. The infield needs just new brick dust, completely new bags, and
and go for all.
yeah. So but we're looking to get infield dirt, and then we're looking to put out some dirt to even out the outfield. But we are looking for volunteers that would be willing to help with that process of pretty much the labor of doing all that out in that baseball field.
13th? No.
No, there's no hard date for it right now. I would like to get it in March. That is, a big push, but if it pretty much sooner than later
Yeah.
for at least for junior giants, the signups start April 1st. Then the actual league, I want to say starts in May. Not June. I gotta check exact dates.
So it's an actual Guadalupe league.
Yeah, so you'll have to, so when you're actually signing up to register, you go under Santa Maria's,
Okay.
because it'll be easier if we need to swap players or anything. You won't have to re-register.
Right.
If we do our own and we don't have enough players, they're gonna have to re-register through Santa Maria's. But if we just go under Santa Maria's, you could go interchanging,
Mhm.
which it makes it a little more easier, especially with this first season,
Yeah. Okay.
and just kind of with numbers.
So what league in Santa Maria is or it will be under what umbrella?
It'll
chapter?
so it's just it's all under junior giants, and it'll just, so when you go to register, you'll just click Santa Maria League, and then it'll be a drop down of Guadalupe or Santa Maria.
So there's a junior giant in Santa Maria.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
they have a bunch of different all up and down California.
Yeah, okay, okay. So,
You mentioned there were some donors.
Money to get the infield dirt. Right now we have a quote of 8,200 for, it's called brick dust, it's the actual like infield clay. And right now the only place to buy it, as far as I know, is out of Corona. We had a guy who he works for Rigetti. He's a groundskeeper for their baseball field. He recommended us places, and pretty much the only place we are aware of is out of Corona. The mayor said that there might be a place in Napomo. I haven't heard of a place in Napomo that sells it. So right now we're quoted at the kind of it seems like half the cost is pretty much, or I shouldn't say half the cost, but a bulk of the cost
no.
is shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Freight.
right.
Yeah.
So that's what's kind of driving up the cost, and we're looking to get it more local to drive down that cost. But it's tough because trying to get this done sooner than later, not only for the kids, but also I've had a lot of interest to the return of the adult softball league.
Yeah, I went out there the other day. It looked like there was a whole team practicing out there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it surprised me. I mean, no, I didn't recognize anybody. Actually, I was there this
Good.
this other weekend, and it looks like they cleaned it up.
Oh,
They took out the weeds, and looks like they shaped it a little bit, and so they did some. People out there did some work to it.
nice.
Look at,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it happened. I've seen people do it a few times, so it's happened.
Yeah. So if anybody is interested, please contact the Parks and Rec office, either email or phone. Yeah, we're looking just for volunteers to get that field in order.
So if you can, probably like I said, if people have been out there practicing. There was like about 20 people out there.
Okay.
It was a lot. It was during the week too.
Oh,
So I
wow.
go, is there a league going on or what's going on? Is this a Guadalupe team? I didn't recognize any of the kids, but I'm sure if you put some flyers right there at the diamond
Mm,
and for people to volunteer,
Yeah.
they're gonna see it there since they're going.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'll get out there and throw up some flyers for that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm put on the backstops, tape it up, and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that'd be good.
maybe and then some info about the little giants thing,
Yeah,
so they can see. Okay, oh wow,
yeah,
so they know that you're getting into all the dirt and all that.
yeah. We just got all the flyers and we got a banner to start promoting. I'm hesitant though, because I'm like, I want to make sure that we're actually going to have a field, because if we don't get this field, then the whole thing goes kaput,
Yeah,
So it's like, okay, like I want to start advertising, but at the same time, I don't want to be like, sorry, y'all, we don't have a field. So, and it's just like, oh, man, like,
but I mean, you can put it in the sense where this is what we're
Working toward.
yeah, working
Mhm.
toward, and still asking for all volunteers.
mhm,
We're getting this, turf and all that, and whatever,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because like I said, there's a lot of people out there, and it was during the week too, and I was very surprised. I was like, wow, it was a cool thing to see too.
Sounds
Yeah.
promising.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get out there and put up some flyers. Hope for the best.
Good. Any more discussion on baseball? If not, we'll move to letter E, movie night, March 13th is the next date.
Yeah, so this edition of movie night is gonna be Isle of Dogs. It's a Wes Anderson film, great stop animation film. If anyone has seen any Wes Anderson films, you're gonna be taken care of. You're gonna be entertained. This is a really great one. And yeah, our numbers been fairly consistent. We have great snack bar numbers. We're probably gonna move movie night to every other month. I think maybe more consistently in the summer, but kind of these other ones
Yeah,
move it more every other month though.
sometimes, yeah. If you do too much, people kind of take it for granted.
Yeah, not only that, but also there's been kind of like shifts in the office of the Parks and Rec department, and so it's growing a little more difficult to, like, we have Cyclemania coming up, we have different celebrations coming up that I want to plan bigger things, and it's harder to plan those bigger things when I have all these small monthly things.
Yeah.
So I'm
that makes
kind of going to
sense.
spread out these monthly things so I could really sink my teeth into the big
Mhm.
ones.
That makes sense, makes sense.
Mhm.
People are pulled in a lot of directions, so I think every other month's a good idea.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Letter F, Joe Harris Classic Basketball Tournament, March 21st.
I'm excited.
We're-
Who's
we're-
Joe Harris?
we're-
Who is that guy?
We're gonna try again, folks.
Yeah, no, I've been talking about this since Hannah's time.
Mhm.
We wanted to get this off the ground. I think that wasn't 3-on-3, I want to say. I think
Yeah,
that was
that's
going
5-on-5,
yeah,
yeah.
5-on-5. But man, this has been in the works.
Yes.
So I'm excited. Hopefully people we're gonna ride that kind of wave off of our last tournament. I think it'll be good. I'm designing the shirts for the winners. Those are looking good. We're excited about it. I'm excited about it. How do you feel about it, Joe?
I'm excited too. I'm just trying to get a hold of some referees that are gonna be available all the time. I do know a couple that I haven't called yet, but I will contact you. Hopefully. I don't want to have to ref.
Is it gonna be a 1 day tournament or?
One day tournament, yes, 3-3.
Mhm.
Um,
Depending on
If-
how many people will be single elimination or kind of, we'll make adjustments of how many teams are, you know.
So how many people are coming to drop in basketball?
I'll say about close to less than 30.
It's good. It's good.
Good,
Okay,
though.
that's good then.
Yeah,
So
they've been
they
talking
know
about it.
it.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
they've been talking about it.
So they kind of want to do it too.
They've asked for what
All
the
right, awesome.
prizes already and stuff like that. Yeah,
We're
give me a
opening the
shirt.
snack bar in case anyone else
That's
needs a reason to
good.
come.
That's right. Yeah.
Too.
We got chili fries in there.
I've committed to work it.
Yeah. it'll
Yeah,
be
we're
good.
looking for it to be a good thing. I've heard a lot of people from during the daddy daughter dance we're talking about. Oh, so Joe, that's oh, you're reading the sign. Yes, that's right. That's right. I didn't know what they were talking about. But yes, we're excited and hopefully everybody comes out and has a good time.
Mhm. Definitely. Free, y'all, free.
Yes, it is free of charge.
Mhm.
Just come and play.
Sick.
Shirts. We have
Shirts, yeah.
shirts.
Yeah.
Specially designed shirts.
Mm-hmm.
You should get 'em like a little.
In time, yes. Mm-hmm. No entry fee either. No attendance fee.
Right.
Free attendance too. We're not charging to
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah, please come and support. We have a great snack bar. So there's no reason to really go out and leave, you know, just come and hang out for the day. Cheer us on.
Sounds great. Letter G, Poetry Jam, March 27th.
Yep, this is going to be the second one of this year. Yeah, we have it every other month, and our numbers are staying consistent with it. Last time we had one in January. Man, we had cats from Shell Beach, AG, and so it was cool to know that it's getting out of the area. We have like a pocket of about like 10, 15 people consistently from the area, from Guad. But you know, I had somebody they were from the Shell Beach. I think they do a poetry thing. We're like, oh, we heard about it, we're here. So it's nice to know that you know, it's reaching the ears of, you know, other local poets. So yeah, we're you know, it's a good thing, good outlet for the whole community. We'll have snacks, coffee, some sweets. Maybe like to come. You don't have to recite anything, or if you'd like, you could recite your poem, somebody else's poem, a favorite song. We're really open, really inclusive to everybody. Yeah, I think it's 6 o'clock. We're at the Vets Hall. Yeah, even if you want to just come hang out, it's cool, just kind of chill spot.
I wonder if you could ever stream that. That night, have it for streaming purposes.
Yeah, I guess we can even throw it up on like the Instagram Live on our page.
Mm-hmm. Even get some more people know. That's a thought.
Yeah.
That's a thought like we're gonna do with daddy dance. Next time we're going to videotape it.
Uh-huh.
It's at the vets, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Letter H, pottery making, Thursday, 5 p.m.
Man, hot class. We just did our first biz fire of the first kind of batch of creation
Mhm.
last night. So checked on them today. Should be all good, but it's going great. We actually are looking to you know, go to the, or I guess the, you know, Boys and Girls Club caught wind of it. They're like, oh, we want some, you know, ceramics too for the kids. We're like, hey, you know, we got a kiln here. We're going to share resources. And so yeah, it's been a really fun time. I'm excited for it. I'm like, dang, I have the materials there, and yet I still only work during class. I'm like, I should take more advantage of it. But what are you guys are that's yours. Oh, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I was like, whose is this? Because Jessica's like, that's a potato. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I asked, I was like, adult or kid? She's like, adult. That's so cute. Yeah. Okay, I was one. Mhm.
There's been good participation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, packed? Oh, good, good, good.
Big group of like broad age range of people.
That's good, that's
And
good.
25 pounds of clay is a lot. Like what
Mhm.
can I split? And it is, I
Take
can
part of
make
With that.
50 things and probably still have clay left over. I've made things.
Mhm.
It's harder than
I see pictures and videotape.
Yeah.
I did get a couple pictures.
Oh, yeah.
We have to be
We're-
posting those things to show everybody.
It's so true.
Stuff because there's some really talented people in there.
Oh,
Mhm.
We could put them out on display or something.
Oh,
if,
yeah.
We should.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nice stuff people.
As part of the Recreation Commission showing people out there that think nothing goes on around here for recreation purposes. We videotape and show 'em. You just don't know.
Yeah.
There's a couple, there's a mom, daughter, there's a lot of friends, people, like, it's just nice for people to get together, I think, for an hour and a half and I think throw some play and the instructor's awesome too.
Super. I think
Very open and it's a fraction of the cost. Like if you wanted to do the same type of class, like up in AG or something, you'd be spending hundreds of dollars. And here it's so reasonable. You're pretty much barely paying anything. If anyone wants to get their play participation on, they have 3 weeks left.
yeah. And it'll be an ongoing class. Yeah, I think that's what people don't realize. And that's something I didn't realize when I first got into ceramics, is just like the community behind it. There's so many, especially people that do it, they're just so into it. And then that kind of feeds your interest in it. And you're like, oh, and then you see stuff where you're like, I didn't even think that was like possible or like to make that out of clay. And so it just kind of really feeds itself. And that's why I was really excited to start to bring to this community because it takes a life on its own. The community will kind of grow and it'll just kind of like do its own thing. But it's such a fun thing to be a part of, and it's so ancient. It's like one of the most ancient art forms we have. Is just ceramics. So look at any ancient, like there's pottery, and so it's a very human thing to do and a very sensory thing. So it's just really great. And so if anybody's interested in a future class, it's going to be right around the corner. You could hit up our office now, say, hey, I'm interested in, we'll get you signed up for the next one.
I'll be looking on Facebook for some pictures or videotapes.
Yeah, I know. That's I gotta be better at that. I say that, but I hate social media, but I have to be better.
I will help you.
Thank you.
Yes, that's
We should do
Nice
the
paperweight.
we should do the in the display case though. If anybody has any interest, it's March now, and so I'm like, what do we put in there for March? And
Yeah, the pottery.
pottery.
I know I'm like green stuff. I'm like, I don't know green stuff, but yeah, pottery.
You gotta have pictures in there. Show how many people are there doing it, so that kind of makes it.
Right? Yeah. People are like, oh wow. I
Mhm.
know. So right.
I didn't know this was going on in Guadalupe. Oh, did I say that right? One guy is a friend of mine. Okay, we move down to item number 6, Los Majadas Park Annual Women's Honoring Ceremony.
Yes. Michael had actually requested to bring this back on the
Agenda.
agenda. And so it's just kind of just to open up the conversation. You know, we have months away before the park is going to be officially open. But we had talked about previously doing a ceremony annually to honor a woman or women from the community. I personally think it would be probably best to do like a group of women each time.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of was just to start the conversation again.
A class.
Mhm. Some sort of submittal, and I don't know how the voting would go or what have you, but again, just to start the conversation again.
I think when we first started talking about naming it after one individual, we received, at least I received, I don't know, you must have received it. It's kind of like a resume of what that individual did and why they deserved the nomination.
Mhm.
I don't know if we want to go in that kind of format, same, you know, in terms of, you want to nominate somebody, we're gonna have a ceremony of 4 or 5, whatever we decide.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
You're going for people that are alive or have gone on.
I think both, because I feel like there's so many that have passed that
Mhm.
you know are deserving as well, and so yeah.
We can discuss that too. Do both.
Yeah.
In the past was like submit no more than 500 words and like a sentence on like why this person exemplifies Guadalupe spirit for women or something, like a question, and then anybody for their family member can nominate on their behalf, and living or have passed as well. But that would be nice for us to decide. It's hard to decide. I'm like, you want to give everybody an
Right,
opportunity, but it'd be good. We could do, just no more than so many words and a specific question as to why they would like to be nominated, or their family member or friend would like to nominate them.
They select 3 or 4 or 5, whatever we decide. We mentioned something others back then about putting a plaque on a wall.
Mhm.
Just entertaining.
I think it's in our thoughts still. It's in my thoughts still.
Yeah.
Where we at.
I mean, I'd love to see that too. I mean,
After it gets done, we can see where we can place it and stuff. Where it can be placed.
Mm. And we could just be throwing out ideas, you know, because like I said, it's just initiating this conversation again. So
Life.
we don't have to decide anything. It was just kind of like, oh, you know, plaque would be great. I have that kind of like a loose idea of doing. I was at this museum and this woman, I think it was made out of paper. It was a photo of this woman, and it was like basically it was like a backdrop of. Is everybody familiar with the Virgen of Guadalupe, the kind of the image, I guess?
Mhm.
So it was essentially the backdrop of the Virgen with the kind of display out front. And she was, you know, in front, kind of like in the, I guess, the position where the actual Virgin Mary would be. I thought, oh, that would be really cool. Because of the link of, you know, Guadalupe, Virgen, of making one maybe out of like concrete and having like a permanent kind of, I guess, statue display
and plot.
where women could stand in that position, and it'd be also like a photo thing.
Mhm.
But I thought that would be kind of be a beautiful concept of, you know, women seeing themselves in, you know, the Virgen. And then of course, like I said, the link of the Guadalupe itself for the name, and
Well, kinds of things come.
Yeah,
up, you know,
religion,
Mhm.
church, state, you know.
one. Play, which I have nothing against
Right.
Catholicism and religion. But I think that might.
It could, yes.
Off the top of my head, I really thought this out.
Yeah, no,
Or something like that. I mean, yeah.
But maybe some,
Something, yeah, similar. That's a nice
That could be
thought.
the inspiration of it.
That's a nice thought. I'm sure we'll come up with something else. Go ahead.
Are there murals supposed to be there?
there are supposed to be murals part of the grant funding of it. But we haven't discussed anything yet.
I wonder if we could do, if we honored women, let's say 3 or 4 a year, we could just keep a mural open where we could paint their faces. You know what I mean? Like
Others their names.
add or names. Yeah. But I was just thinking like you could, and I can't do this, but people could,
Mhm.
keep like white spaces open and then, as we honor them, we could put their face or something to that effect or something like that.
I think it would be cool with the mural for it to reflect like past, present, future kind of. So you have like almost like the little kids and then the moms or aunts, that group, and then on down the lineage of life. And somehow,
Yeah.
I don't know. Somehow I'm sure we'll figure out a way to honor,
Mhm.
but it looks like the progress is coming really good at the park though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh.
we're moving.
I had to show people what was going on. What's going on here?
Little less
Okay.
little bit less complaining online.
Yep.
Yeah,
Except the movie theater, there's a lot of complaining about that.
they don't understand. Well, things are moving again in Guad, and I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
Good to be a part of this. Item number 7. Commission requests, comments, or meeting reports.
I'm gonna start on giving a shout out for the daddy daughter dance. Excellent job, Parks and Rec Department. I always say it's the best year ever. This year, I'm confident it was the best year ever. It was so good. There was so many kids there, so many so many dads, and it was just awesome to see the families making such good memories in that way. Like it's just been a stressful year in a lot of different ways, and just seeing everybody coming out and having a really, really good time. It was a great night, great layout. We had tons of food, photo booth, DJ, all the things. And it was great to see people like looking at the board and being like, oh, I didn't know you guys have basketball or, or like getting people in the building here and learning what else we do. And there was a lot of people from Guad. I'd say probably 90% were from Guad, but there was also a decent number of people from out of town too that
Yes.
came to be here because they heard it was going to be a really good event. And so I just want to do a shout out. You did a great job. It was a really good event. And if you didn't make it this year, if you're watching online, there will be next year. Make a point to come out because it was just such a great time. And it wasn't just dads. There was like uncles, grandpas, other like male figures in these girls' lives. And that was cool to see too, that a lot of people showed up, or even there was like a dad that rolled in with like a daughter plus 3 friends that didn't have someone to go with. And I thought that was cool. And then it was a huge age range. Like we had itty bitty, like a baby,
Oh,
like
yeah.
6-month-old.
Mhm.
And then you had like teenagers. And so I thought that was really cool that it served so many people in the community and that just a lot of people got to come out and have a great time. So
To
that
make
was
me-
all I had. Just a little shout out for daddy daughter
yeah,
dance.
they came and made memories.
So
Mhm.
some videos.
That's
I
what
saw
they-
some of those little girls tying their dads out.
Oh yeah, those dads had to work for it. It was like they were going hard. But there was this excellent activity that Arnufa had set up where the dads wrote down their favorite memory with their daughter, and their daughter wrote down their favorite memory with their dad on these little cards, and then they swapped them before they could come get their food for the night. And they were like looking at them when they came over to the food table, and it was cool to hear like the things they had shared about each other. And I don't know. I thought that was cool. The pictures, the dancing, the DJ did a great job. I mean, it's some glow sticks, some
Mhm.
cool glasses that Joe was handing out. So it's just a really great time. I'm excited for the next one or whenever Mother's Son comes around. I just thought it was good to see those girls making memories with their dads or, family
I
member.
was proud of the dads out there doing that. That was great.
Mhm.
And next time we'll do this mother son.
Yeah, look for it in May. Well, we haven't released the date, but it'll be
No.
May 16th.
Mhm.
But yeah, moms, let's go.
Yes.
Sons,
That one's gonna be interesting.
get in gear. We'll see what we got for that one. I gotta give credit where credit's due. My coworker Cynthia Payan, she's the one that said, "Oh, hey, we should do favorite memory." I was like, oh, "Okay, cool." And then, but I was like, "I'm gonna force y'all to do this. You get the meal ticket after you do it." Uh, yeah, yeah. Which one of the dads came up to me and was like, "Hey, great idea, forcing dads to do that."
Not dads are not good at that.
No, they wouldn't. They would just. They're just like, if it wasn't required, they're like, I'll skip. Which is
Mhm.
like, but it was a small card, so it's not really overwhelming.
Right.
And then I was like, it's a good thing to force them to do. It's like the prompt was, "What's your favorite memory with either your dad or your daughter?" And so it's like, come on,
Yeah, you got it.
come on.
Because they would come to me, you get the lights first. That's
Uh-huh.
how you have to go to that table
Uh-huh.
first. You can do some writing, so go over there first, and then come back.
Some
Yeah.
dads don't like to go into their feelings. That's
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Shout out Lobos. Shout out Two Guys Pizza, shout out Sweet Affair, and shout out Taco Works. Tacos donated bags of chips as well. Also like to shout out Flowers for Love. They made these great corsages. And then also Terry Salcedo. She did a great backdrop. And then Anthony Martinez, the DJ. Great. I think is Central Coast Photos. I want to say, yeah, that's the
Oh,
photo booth.
Yes.
Excellent job. Shout out to
Gabriel?
them as well.
Gabriel.
Shout out to also Chachi Ramirez, gave us some lighting to use. Very appreciative of that. Trying to think of any. Shout out to all the volunteers. Emily volunteered with her daughter. My cousin Christiana Guerrero, she volunteered very graciously. Yeah, we had some our building attendant, he had fraternity brothers, a couple of them came out and volunteered. So really appreciative of that, because this does not run without the help of it. Shout out the maintenance team for
Mhm.
getting those floors prepped and everything. Really appreciate it. It's takes a village.
I was so glad to see them when they were picking up. You got the fraternity brothers, they're all doing the chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't wait till later. Do it now. That's good. You got a lot of help. It was perfect.
Mhm.
Maybe next year get a news outlet to come check it out. You already did it for a few years, so I mean, good thing for the.
Think they would come?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think so.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
Weren't
kind
they out here before?
Little fluff piece, yeah. Because
That's
so much
true, yeah.
bad stuff going around, man. You need something,
yeah.
you know.
Your mom? It's still, they cover it after the fact. Even though the volunteers were like, this is really fun, like just seeing everybody.
I think they would come.
Because even the
Mhm.
dads too, like no one was just sitting in the corner, like they were out there.
Mhm.
I saw the video.
That's true. That's true.
There was one dad. It was you guys know the Gangnam Style?
Yeah,
The Psy song?
yeah.
He was getting
Oh,
it.
Oh, you
I
went
think I know
after
who
that.
it is.
You see him,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
eyeliner. He was getting it. I was like, okay, this dad was just in it, just like, and I was like, man, that was super cool though, just to see him, really get into it, and all the dads kind of
Mhm.
having fun, it was cool. It was fun night.
Good to hear. Good to
This is
hear.
really good. Yes. That's why we need to advertise more. This is some videos on Facebook and stuff and pictures.
Man, people
Yeah.
like that.
Well, if we don't have anything else to discuss at this time.
Mm.
Cinco de Mayo is just gonna be planned for Cinco de Mayo.
I haven't given it any thought really, but do you have any
No, not parking lot, come on.
Well, maybe it's a Kiwanis.
No, the only thing we've done is the 60th September. That's the only kind of
Mhm.
Guadalupe kind of recognizes.
Oh, okay.
It's 6th of September, not.
Okay.
Well, if the
Yeah,
Kiwanis had something, we might like latch onto it or something. If they had something,
they
we
might,
might
yeah.
have a
Well,
booth.
Just wondered if it was Parks and Rec that was kind of involved in it
At
or
least we plan something.
sponsoring or pushing it.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Unless we decide.
yeah,
to.
just so you want to do something, but I mean, Cinco de Mayo is really more of an American kind of like, it's really not Mexican like holiday. It's just more of like a, hey, you know, and so I'm like, if we want to do something, but we have something coming in August that I want to do a big celebration. It's going to be the Guadalupe's 80th. So I'm trying to, there's something that I'm planning that I want to, you know, I want it to be big. So yeah. Yes, I have
They have a new guy now, don't they?
they have a new person, Gloria. Unfortunately, she's
no.
also on the Santa Maria City Council, which meets first Tuesdays at 6 p.m. So it's the
Mhm.
exact same time. I met her this morning, or I didn't meet her. I went over there this morning to check on the ceramics program, but she, you know, communicated like, oh yeah, but she did submit a report. I think it was her that submitted the report this afternoon. But yeah, I'll bring forth this the report. We're gonna have to figure out how, if we could get somebody in person.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm in the right same boat. I'm like,
She did.
okay, like of course of all nights, you know, it's the same one. So I've reached out and you know, we'll figure this out, you know. Yeah. No,
Oh,
yeah,
no, we don't.
definitely.
We won't.
Definitely. And really excited. Gloria, we were talking earlier today, and she seems like the perfect person for this job, and she just wants to kind of get things moving in a very engaging way. So I'm excited for what she's got planned out. But yeah, definitely we'll kind of figure something out to get a monthly report back on the schedule.
Oh, is that something that we have to address or? I don't know. How
We- we-
deal with that.
We probably should reach out to him and see.
See what we continue to
Mhm.
do. Survey.
Yes.
Mhm.
Good to have someone that's
Yeah.
able to participate. That's just my 2 cents. I like the guy.
Right. Yeah.
We'll probably reach out to him.
Mhm.
Is
Could be.
he in the group text?
It should be. Yeah.
I don't when
I
don't see his
know.
num- I don't think he is.
I don't think
Maybe.
he is.
I thought it was.
I'll tell you. Yes, he's in there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just.
Huh?
How'd you look at that?
Right here. What this? There it is. I have his home. I have his number.
That was cool. That was cool. Okay, I'm calm. Oh, that was cool. Weird.
Okay. Thank you.
Technology.
I'm a rookie phone raiser. At this time, if there's nothing else, I mean, we might need a motion for adjournment. By saying aye.
Hi.
At that case, this meeting is now adjourned officially, and we thank you for inviting us into your households recreation all the time.